Good morning, everybody. Wake up.
Wake up, wake up.
In Provincetown. This week featuring
Wake up, wake up.
Can I have some coffee?
Wake up, wake up.
Make it strong, please. Hey! Ho! Hey!
Wake up, wake up.
Ho! No, really, can I have some coffee?
Wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up.
Good morning, everybody. up
Wake up, wake up.
in Provincetown. This week featuring
Wake up, wake up.
Can I have some coffee?
Wake up, wake up.
Make it strong, please. Hey! Ho! Hey!
Wake up, wake up.
Ho! No, really, can I have some coffee?
Wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up.
Hello, everybody.
And we're back
We are back.
and ready for round 2. Can you hear us now?
Can we hear us now?
Can you guys hear us? Is there sound?
Someone in the comments, anyone.
Yeah.
Yes, good. I
We
think
got it. All right.
great.
Yay.
Yay.
We're back. Thank you. Sorry about that.
Yay.
It's what, honey, it's been a long Christmas. People traveled. Sam was home.
We're missing, as you might notice, Harrison and Ethan.
Yeah, Harrison went to see his family in Connecticut, and his car broke down. So
So he had to ditch it there. Is
I
that what's
believe he had to
happening?
leave it behind, and his parents are driving him to a commuter rail because he is going to Boston to celebrate
The engagement of a dear friend.
of a dear friend. And we'll let him talk about that next week when he's back.
We miss you, Harry, and we miss you, Ethan, because it is the last Friday of 2024.
Oy.
We hope you all had a great year. Thank you for joining us every Friday. And hopefully you'll join us in the new year too.
Yes.
What are your resolutions?
What are my resolutions? I don't really do resolutions because I just feel like it's a pressure and I'm gonna fail anyway. No, my resolutions are to look at a challenging year in as much positive light as I can without burying my head in the sand about the garbage fire that's happening all around us. Right?
Yeah, that sounds good.
That's good. That's all you can do.
How was your Christmas?
My Christmas was good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you go anywhere? What did you do?
I spent Christmas Eve by myself watching a terrible Christmas slasher movie called Secret Santa.
A new Santa slasher movie?
No, it's old. It's like from 2018 or something. And I'm like, usually you see a movie, even if it's low budget, you're like, oh, that guy. You know, I've seen that person before. I have never seen any person in this movie ever before or since. Like, and it was dumb, and it was like this big rich family that gets together, and they all drink this punch that's been spiked with a truth serum, but it gets too strong. Hilarity does not ensue, although it is a horror comedy.
Oh, it's supposed to be funny.
Yeah, it's funny, and there's like the horrible mother who's racist, and then but they start killing each other in stabbing each other with the Christmas star. It's that very dumb, but it's all like CGI blood, which is like the low budget way to do it because you could do it like 53 times, don't have to clean up the mess. So I mean, it was just dumb, but you know what? I was by myself. It was perfect.
What was it on?
I don't know. Some
Netflix? Hallmark.
There was Hallmark. Yes.
This is their brand.
Yes, very on brand for Hallmark.
Why were you alone on Christmas Eve?
Because Paul was visiting his family, and I don't need a big thing, and I wasn't on the text chain of the Christmas Eve party that you were at, I'm sure, because everybody else was there. I saw them all the next day, and they're like, "Where were you last night?" I was like, "I wasn't on that text chain."
That's a tradition. You had been at that party in previous Christmas Eve.
I know, but I don't invite myself to parties, so I didn't get the message, and it's fine. I don't feel cited. And everybody was like, "Oh, remember last night?" I was like, "No, I don't remember last night. I wasn't there." Just kidding.
He's not feeling upset about it.
No. We had a great. That was Christmas Eve. And, was it fun?
Yes, it was very fun. The food was great.
Oh, well, I had the leftovers the next day for Christmas Day at someone else's house. So.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have ever had like a completely like smoked turkey. Like he smoked it. I don't know if that's. I don't really understand this chemical process by which a turkey is cooked by smoking it, but it came out so good. Like the meat was like every part of it was just juicy and delicious and moist and tender.
Well, I don't think it's not
and
cooked.
moist.
It's cooked. It's cooked with smoke.
Right.
Right.
But it's like, yeah.
It's got the smoke flavor.
Yeah, it's
but
very
it
smoky.
involves heat.
Right, I know, but it's like whatever it is about traditionally cooking a turkey that dries it out, smoking didn't do that.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying. It just was so good. It was the best turkey I think I ever had in my life.
Oh, there wasn't any at the leftovers the next day. So
There was no turkey?
there was no turkey.
That's why, because it was so good.
All right. Shut up. Fine. How was your week other than Christmas? What did you
I
do?
mean, that's all that there was all week long was Christmas.
But you were gone for like a whole week. What did you go?
Oh, last weekend?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So it was our annual trip to New York to catch some Broadway shows. The week before Christmas is one of my favorite times to be in New York City. It's so beautiful. Everybody's in a good mood. People hold the door for you, and that's not a New Yorker thing to do. They usually just kind of shove you out of the way in New York, but at Christmas time, they hold the door.
So you went a few Broadway shows, like all of the big shows right now.
Three.
Yeah.
We did 3 in a row. It was Sunset Boulevard Friday night, Gypsy Saturday afternoon, and Death Becomes Her Sunday afternoon.
Cool.
It was really, really fun. And I mean, if you've heard anything about these 3 shows, the 4 lead actresses are all going to be nominated for a Tony.
Excellent.
For lead actress in a musical. My personal favorite of the 4 was Audra McDonald in Gypsy. I think this is the 5th revival of Gypsy. Everyone who's ever played Gypsy on Broadway gets nominated for a Tony, and you only lose if your name is Ethel Merman or Bernadette Peters.
Well, that's not a good track.
Everyone else who played Gypsy won the Tony.
Yeah, but that's not like 8 people. Like that's half.
4 of yeah,
Yeah.
more than half have won. I
More
think
been
Audra,
nominated.
well, this is the thing is I really hope Audra McDonald wins a Tony for this, but Nicole Scherzinger, the lead Pussycat doll who's making her Broadway debut in Sunset Boulevard, everybody else wants Nicole. It's a 2-horse race. Even though the women from Death Become Her were great,
Right.
it's just like a silly, campy fun. It's the kind of thing that you get nominated for, but you don't win.
You're not going to win for like a comedy.
Right, so something that broad and
Sure.
silly.
Sure.
But we'll see. I mean, my track record of industry award prognosticating is like I'm 100% at this point.
100?
Yeah, I predicted that Octopus Teacher movie winning the Oscar. I predicted Murray's Emmy win for White Lotus. So 2 of 2. I have 2 of 2
Amazing.
on guessing awards.
Guessing awards. How was that whole tracking shot at the beginning of the show? That live, because they go down the alley. They go down Schubert Alley, whatever. The whole beginning.
That's the beginning of Act 2
of Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Yes,
Yeah.
because you're sitting there and the cast is outside singing and moving through the street, and of course the person I was sitting next to was like, "This is pre-recorded. That's old," and I was like, no, because you can see the snowflakes in the air. Like we were just outside and it is snowing exactly that much, and I'm pretty sure this is happening right now. And then they walk through the door, and I'm like, look, that they are following them into the.
Yeah.
It was live. It was fun.
The camera operator has to go backwards, and they have to like clear traffic and everything. It's like a big deal,
Yeah.
and that's impressive.
It was pretty cool. Almost made up for the fact that there was no set.
like just video screens.
Like, I mean, it's very much, a lot of people like that they turned Sunset Boulevard into a Pussycat Doll music video.
Right.
But I would have liked to see some more sets,
Just like
practical sets,
or-
practical effects.
Just like a staircase.
Yeah. Yeah, there was no
Does
staircase.
she just like walk with the staircase?
No staircase.
Come on, it's like
I
a big grand entrance.
know.
All right.
It's
well,
fine. She sounded great. She looked great.
These shows cost millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars, so
But in the group that I was with, the people that complained about it were like, no set. And the people that loved it were like, wow, she was mind-blowingly good.
Right.
She was that good.
excellent.
So we got back from New York on Monday and then hit the ground running with all this Christmas stuff.
La 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 la.
Yeah.
I did Cody's play on Monday,
Mhm.
and we have another one on this Monday.
Are they themed? Was it like a Christmas show?
Yes, it was. It was the Amazon delivery date, Christmas Eve miracle, something or other. Like, yeah,
Mhm.
it was ridiculous, but it was a lot of fun. And then we have one for Monday coming up, so that's fun at the Gifford House, 7:00.
Excellent.
Harry was doing his new cocktails.
Oh.
So I did not get to have a batched, what is that stuff called? Clarified cocktail.
A clarified
Yeah,
cocktail?
let's not talk about it. It's so gross.
Milk.
Oh, with
Oh.
milk. Yeah, no. But last Saturday I went to Orleans. I never go anywhere, but I happen to have a car because I was house sitting.
Mhm.
And I went to Orleans to the Nauset Model Railroad Club open house.
Nauset Model Railroad Club.
Yes. So I went there. It's at the Hilltop Plaza, which is across from the bowling alley. They have an open house tomorrow from 1 to 4. If you like model trains or miniatures or just people who are like so into their like hobby, their passion, whatever, like, so I'm in there and I was the first one there because I had to get back in town. And I'm like walking through this thing and there's all these old guys and they're like these sweet old guys. I'm sure they're all a little on the other side of the political spectrum than we are. However, they were all showing off their huge layouts. There's 6,000 square feet in this place. And it's around the back of the plaza. You have to go in the basement part, but they have all of these trains and setups and whatever. And I was like looking at it, I was like giddy, giddy, giddy. And then I got overwhelmed and I started crying, but not out of sadness. I was just like overwhelmed with emotion. I was like, look at how special this is. And this is so cool. And then like the little kids started coming and there I am like laughing and crying at the same time. And I had to leave because I was like,
you couldn't stop crying?
I couldn't. And I was so embarrassed. I was in my car and I was like, and I was like, this is the weirdest thing.
Is there something a little more going on?
No, there really, literally wasn't.
Just
I was
the
like,
trains.
I'm not sad. Like my dad didn't collect trains. My mom, it wasn't like anything that meant. I was just overwhelmed with like, look at how sweet this is. And everybody in this room, despite where they are on the political spectrum, was looking at these little worlds that somebody had created out of passion and love. And I have a clip, and this is just a small portion of what you would see if you go to this tomorrow at the open house, which is free.
Who's the guy who usually ran the G store? Oh, I haven't seen
Last chance to check that out is tomorrow from 1 to 4 in Orleans. And if you have any interest in this, talk to those old guys because, honey, they are old. I'm sure they super would love to have new blood come into this thing because we have so much room in Provincetown for our model train sets. I mean,
Earl and John used to do that in Purgatory every Christmas. There'd be like a little town with a train going. Remember that? Yeah. Oh, I wonder if Earl knows about that.
I don't know. I would hope so.
Look at the detail.
Yeah. So clamming.
Oh yeah, you guys, it's a perfect time today. Low tide's at 2:46.
Are we going?
You're going.
Oh, you're not going. You're not committing.
No, because I mean, I usually just borrow Tommy's stuff, and he's in Montreal, and I don't have to like go into his garage and dig around for digging stuff.
I might not go either because I don't have any place to store clams these days.
Oh, I'll take the clams.
No. I dig, I keep.
Oh.
If we were digging together, then I would share with you. But if it's just me,
This time of year is about giving, Mark. The spirit of giving.
Sure, you're giving me a headache right now. Hey, a little good news from the town. We have the Cannery Park is open.
Yes, Cannery Wharf Park, brand new for Christmas.
Yep.
Have you been?
I have not been since they pulled the gates away. They're going to have a ceremony in the spring, but it is open. I don't think the bathroom there is operational yet.
The bathroom looks cold. It's like a metal bathroom.
What would you want the bathroom to be? I guess not metal.
I don't know, wood.
Yeah, well, you're not touching your business on the metal part.
You have to touch like the door.
All right.
The door looks cold.
Look, I love that we have a new park. Please enjoy it. Your tax dollars paid for it.
We'll walk through and give you a little clip of it next Friday.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go walk by the park later.
That sounds wonderful.
There's lots of good news from the town. What about that?
Oh, okay. So in this week's Independent, Christine Barker and Tatiana Eck announced that the apartments that they were developing on Shankpainter,
The old police station.
the old police station site, which the town has given them development rights to it. It's not going to be apartments. They were going to be expensive apartments. And a lot of people were like, well, who's going to be in those? Well, doctors, nurses, teachers, all these people make enough money to be up here
Mhm.
and can't be in an affordable
Right.
unit, or at least state subsidized affordable units.
Right.
There is that, what the donut hole of the people in the middle that they can't buy $2 million places, but they can't be in affordable places, quote unquote. So the 40 condos, 30 of them are going to be below market value. And that's like way below. 10 of them are under $400,000, 9 under $500,000, 11 under $700,000. The median price of a condo now is $806,000.
For like
these
a closet size.
yeah, really. So these are definitely below. They're deed restricted, which means they can't like flip them.
Mhm.
And the town can set the rules of what the deed restriction means, because the town is going to be giving $4 million towards the development of this.
Mm.
And that makes it so that they can say, we are going to do priorities for year-round residents, or people that work in arts industries, or nonprofits, or teachers, or support staff for the town, etc. I think it's great.
I think they're creating a whole new bracket of housing. There's like housing, market rate housing, and there's affordable housing, and now there's relatively affordable housing.
Well, there's just housing like that a person who's making up to $100,000 a year
Right.
can purchase a condo and stay here and run the nonprofit
Right.
and run the soup kitchen. Or
I love relatively affordable.
Yeah, no, I mean, it has to be there.
Yeah.
It has to be in the mix. And the state does not give funds for that sort of development. I think they're starting to realize now, coming around to like, we have to kind of support all kinds of development.
Yeah.
So
Like it's like a middle class, which sort of doesn't exist anywhere anymore.
right. And so if you want to keep people here, you have to give them a place that is, and they did surveys, etc. Anyway, I think it's a great thing. So I, for once, don't have anything to complain about for that.
Yeah.
It is.
It's all good news in Provincetown.
And there
this
are
week.
10 market value units, which will subsidize the funding for the other things. So I think it's great. And, 40 more people living here year round is, or securely
It's a plus.
living here year round.
Or 40
is a
more
plus.
places for people to live.
Yes, correct. So that is a good thing. Something else, just like randomly, I was in the Independent. There's a story about Helltown. There's
Mhm.
Stephen Cohen has been studying Helltown. Now we all know what we think Helltown is. They're like, ooh, it's like the pirate.
Tell me what
place.
Helltown is in the popular imagination.
It's the pirate place where there was drinking and all sorts of carrying on out near Hatches Harbor, and this little like offshoot of the town, and there were no rules and everything. Turns out that's not true. No, Helltown was a collection of little tiny little one-window shacks that were built out there for the Azorean dory fishermen. Because at one point there was this nutshell. One point there was Lancey's Harbor, which allowed them access to the bay, but they closed that off with the dike to stop sand from coming into the main bay, et cetera, et cetera. So the guys, in order to, in the winter, be able to be closer to where they were fishing in these little rowboats, these dories, they built these little shacks out there. And like their wives would send in lunch. So it wasn't like this whole community. I mean, they were literally
nobody
like,
was living there.
they weren't living. There were like 8 people, and they were like in a little shack, and they would like hunker down for a couple days. They would get fed and whatever and stuff like that. Because you had to hike all the way into town. There was no road out there. Now we go down 6 and we think, oh, there's a road. There wasn't always a road there. Anyway, it's fascinating. He's writing a book about it. But I've always been taught about the moon cussers hung out at Helltown, and they were the pirates that would light lanterns to wreck ships. And he was like, absolutely not. There may have been moon cussers here, but they would have been ostriches. This was a fishing village. Nobody would be supporting anybody trying to wreck ships off of the shoreline. Like, it's a romantic story. And they were moon cussers in different places, not necessarily here. So it's a pretty cool story. Get the paper, read about it, look out for his book. We saw him speak at the library. So he's been doing some like little presentations about it. But I think it's pretty cool.
When does the book come out?
Whenever he finishes it. I don't have the publication date. What else have we got? Should we go to our friend Anne with the traffic?
Yeah, Brent, what's the traffic like this weekend?
Hey everyone, it's me, Brent, your traffic consultant. I'm sorry that I've been absent over the past few weeks. I had to do some contemplation because I always felt that my job as traffic consultant would lead to my professional goal of being run over. So instead, I found another position that helps me feel a semblance of that professional goal. Anyway, Provincetown expects high traffic between now and New Year's because people have nothing better to do. But I'll be behind the bar and we can chat about all of the wonderful things we can look forward to in 2025. Cheerily so. There's so much to look forward to in 2025. I mean, without health care, there's no needles. And I hear that the daylight savings debate is going to be solved because the world is just going to become a giant flame and then we won't need any sunlight to see. And most importantly, everyone will be fighting in 2025. So I have job security here next to the alcohol. And what? Your food is cold? Okay, put it in your mouth for a little while and it'll warm up. I should have told him when he said his drink was too warm, he could just take it outside. Anyways, I clearly have to go. But before I go, as your bartender and traffic consultant, and by the way, you can only be both of those things on the Outer Cape, I must implore you to drink responsibly if you drink, and Happy New Year.
If you want to have a cocktail and a crazy monologue, go see Brent at the Bay Cafe.
Yeah, new gig for Brent for the winter.
Yeah, I think it's good for him.
Go say hi.
Yeah. So,
Are you going to talk about bird flu now?
all right. So, you guys, if you don't know the bird flu that's been happening, that's why there are like birds all over the beaches and your yard and your stuff. Like, don't let your dogs go near them. Don't let your cats go near them, especially. There was a big cat sanctuary in Washington State. 20 of the big cats have died from bird flu since November. Bird flu is also in the dairy herds, which they've been saying for the last year, we better be testing the dairy herds. Finally, they're starting to test the dairy herds. Thanks, Biden, for not doing anything about that for a year.
Milk?
So, yes, but raw milk, especially. And who's a proponent of raw milk?
RFK Jr.?
Yes. But anyway, the Governor Newsom of California just declared a state of emergency for the dairy herds in California. So pasteurized milk is fine; it kills the thing, but it's going to be a problem. It's like eggs. Where are the eggs going? The eggs are going because they have to slaughter millions of chickens every time there's bird flu outbreak on a farm. So
goodness. So eggs are going to get more expensive?
You can't even get them in a lot of places. In
Really?
the country right now. Yeah. It takes 6 months to rebuild the flock.
Oh my
up
goodness.
to egg laying thing. So and they literally have to just and it's not cute how they kill a million birds at a time. But anyway, it's happening. Pandemic 2025 bird flu.
Oh
no. Speaking of flying,
Yeah?
should we go to our roving weather reporter?
Yeah, where's Sean these days?
I don't know. Let's see.
Good morning, guys, and greetings from my parents' house here in not-so-sunny Sarasota, Florida. I'm down here soaking up some family time before heading back home just in time to ring in the new year. Let's talk about P-Town weather coming up this weekend. Today kicks off things with mostly sunny skies and a high of 41, crisp but bright. Tomorrow brings in some clouds, a little drizzle, and a high of 46. Nothing too dramatic, just a gray day to relax. By Sunday, the winds pick up, and we'll see occasional rain, but it stays mild with a high of 54. Monday starts wet with morning rain, but clears up to cloudy and mild conditions, holding steady at 54 again. On Tuesday, partial sunshine makes a comeback with highs around 49, perfect for a little fresh air outside. And finally, Wednesday, New Year's Day, the moment we've been waiting for, Polar Bear Plunge Day. Expect cloudy skies, a chance of rain with a high of 49. Honestly, that's downright balmy compared to plunges in years past. Water temps around 42 degrees, so brace yourselves for an icy but exhilarating splash. Bonus, high tide at plunge time means a short run into the water this year. For the weekend, high tides are in the morning, so save your clamming and pup walks for the afternoon. Woof. And for those of you joining the plunge, I'll see you on the beach Wednesday morning. That's your forecast, Provincetown. Have a fantastic weekend and Happy New Year. Guys, back to you at the brewery.
Happy New Year to you too, Sean. Have fun in Sarasota and everywhere else that you go this winter. Oh, by the way, you guys know that traditionally we take a 6-week break after the first show of the new year. So we'll be back here next Friday, but then we're on vacation again.
We're on vacation till
After Valentine's
after
Day.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And there'll be lots of new things to discuss and talk about.
I know. Oh my
know.
God.
So many things. So what did we do yesterday?
What did we do yesterday? What was yesterday? Thursday?
We went to the Skip, the soup kitchen in Provincetown.
We did do that. We went to talk to. So my friend Raul Garcia, who I've known for almost 20 years, he's the new chef at Skip, starting this past November, and he's brought a lot of his personal Cuban influences to what they're doing over there, making hundreds and hundreds of lunches for the community every single day, all winter long. It was really nice to sit down and chat to him for a couple of minutes. You guys check this out and donate to Skip when you can. Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm at the Soup Kitchen in Provincetown with Chef Raul Garcia. Raul, thanks for making some time to chat with us.
My pleasure.
You basically run every kitchen in town at this point.
At this point, yes.
Yeah. So
just about everywhere.
About 20 years cooking in town.
20 years cooking in town. Yeah. My first place, as you very well know, was Café Edwige.
Yeah, Raul and I worked at Edwige together.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like 19 years ago.
19 years ago, yeah.
Oh my God. For Rocco. Hi, Rocco. I know Rocco's going to be watching this.
Is he really? I have not seen him forever.
He's doing great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he still has a place in Miami?
Yeah.
Good for him.
We're just going to talk to Rocco.
Yeah.
So how did you get involved in Skip?
I've been wanting to do this for a while because it's such an amazing organization and they do such great job for this community that I love so much. And I tried like 3 years ago, but the cards wasn't in my favor.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried again, and I'm here. I'm here now.
And any given day, how many lunches are you making?
We do over 200 lunches every day. 200, sometimes 220. Some, it depends. Like around the holidays, we do less because people they go away.
Mm-hmm.
But, like today, we probably did 150. But we normally do, and Fridays we have also another program that we do a takeaway lunch. So whatever I have, like leftovers that I have from like today,
Mm-hmm.
we prepackage it, label it, and put it in the freezer. Then Fridays we take them out and we prepackage them. People can have a meal on Saturday. So we can do like 140 meals.
Mm-hmm.
So on Friday we do like 350 meals. Yeah.
That's incredible. And I noticed that today's lunch, some Cuban influences coming
Absolutely,
through. We were
yes.
having Cuban sandwiches and creamy coconut lentil soup, gluten-free and dairy-free, vegan.
Vegan, yeah.
So
all my soups are vegan. 90% of all the soups that I do are vegan because it keeps it easy for me and it keeps it easy for my staff.
Right.
So, it's just a matter of giving the flavor and doing something different that nobody's really done before. But I love my culture, and Cuban food is so inexpensive to make, which is perfect for this organization. It's so flavorful that I've been doing a lot of that, which I'm going to do a lot of it next week and the week after. But I'm also doing like Moroccan food on Monday. So I try to, change it around, not just, somebody told me somebody here said one time, we're not in a 5-star restaurant. I said, why not?
Right.
Why can't we create that flavor here, flavor palette, at a soup kitchen? I mean, Provincetown has the best soup kitchen that I've ever seen in this planet. I volunteer for soup kitchens. I grew up in Manhattan, so I volunteered a lot since I was a kid, but nothing like this.
Right.
Nothing like this. This is just, and all the volunteers are amazing. I'm so lucky that I'm here. I really am. I feel so lucky to be here. So I have so much help in that kitchen. We have like 100 and something volunteers.
Really?
So every day I have a list. John gives me a list of the volunteers that are going to be with me from Monday to Friday. And sometimes it changes because people go on vacation. But there's people that will step in for that, so it keeps it interesting,
And there's services that I think a lot of people don't even know about, like for people who can't maybe make it here because they're immobile or they can't get out of the house.
Exactly.
You guys do a delivery on Thursday and Tuesday.
So during the winter we do that Tuesday and Thursdays. I believe in summer it's Thursdays and Fridays, and we do that from St. Mary's, which
Gotcha.
I'm also a part of that.
And the soup kitchen goes until the end of April?
End of April, yep.
Every day, Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday, every day.
If you've been in Provincetown over the last 20 years, you've definitely had some of this man's food at, Edwige, Victor's, Strangers and Saints, Tin Pan?
Tin Pan. I was there for almost 2 seasons. I was there. I was with Liz, which I love her to death. That woman, she's my rock. She's always, like, I call her, say, Liz, I need 20 Francesi bread. I'll order for you. She's always there for me. I worked at the cafe. I help her do catering at the market as well, which I'm going to be there Saturday doing some beef Wellingtons and gnocchis for her.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So yeah, I've been here for a long time, and all I've been doing is cooking, and I love it.
Well, thank you for doing it.
Yeah,
Thank you for
it's fun.
bringing your talents over here.
Yeah, I'm very happy that people are liking it, because I always thought that my flavor palette is so different, that I didn't think, not everybody's into that kind of flavor, but it's been very well welcomed. I don't do hot food, it's just very, very flavorful. It's been very welcome, so I'm very happy.
Yeah, come in and say hi to him and enjoy some of this delicious food this winter, you guys. Thank you so much for doing this.
My pleasure, thank you.
Good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to see you as well.
And we'll see you guys soon.
Bye.
So the website, if you ever want to contribute to Skip, is skipfoods.org. You can sponsor a whole lunch. I think to do one whole lunch with your name, like this lunch is sponsored by so-and-so, is $500, or you can donate any amount you want, the smallest amount, the biggest amount, just, hook those people up.
And don't be afraid to go. If you, we went there for lunch yesterday, and was like, you can afford it. It's like, if you want to go there for lunch and see people, that's what it's about. It's about social interaction. It isn't necessarily like, this is my meal for the day. It's about community. It's about getting together. Some people don't see other people in the wintertime. So it's a great place to don't feel embarrassed. Throw money in the bucket and have a sandwich or a delicious Cuban meal.
Pitch in.
Yeah.
Where are you having lunch today, Sean Schwebke and Alex Michaels?
Hi.
Hi, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
How are you?
Very well.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. It's a beautiful day here in Provincetown.
Yeah.
It's not windy.
Not cloudy.
No.
Yeah. It's been
Warm-ish.
warm.
Well, the wind's not blowing, so it feels good.
Are you ready for your show tonight?
Yeah, very, very excited. Absolutely.
So tonight's about the men we've fucked, right?
Yes, to all the men we fucked before.
Yeah.
Singing these torchy, desperate love songs.
So I don't know about you, Sean,
Yeah.
but I once tried to actually make the list of all the men that I've before.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Oh
Is it you couldn't because you couldn't get to one, or you just didn't
How
have
far
a
back?
big enough notebook?
The limit does not exist.
Once you get past the names you remember, and then you're down to the silver-haired daddy in the hotel where they give out the warm cookie, then you're starting to scrape the bottom of your remembrance capability.
Warm cookie.
There's that hotel chain that gives a warm cookie.
Mhm.
It was in Washington State, and there was a silver-haired daddy that I picked up in the elevator of that hotel. And anyway, it becomes harder to pluck those out onto paper.
As long as you remember the important ones, the ones that meant something.
Yes.
And I feel like that's probably a little bit more what this show is about, the ones that you do remember and maybe regret or not.
No, I think it might be the ones that mean nothing. Too.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, that's true.
Nameless,
Very. Yeah.
faceless.
Sometimes those are the best.
Yeah.
So this is the second time this show has ever happened, right?
Yeah.
Were you in it the first time?
No, I was not. I bartended for it, and I'll be bartending for it tonight as well as singing in it. So
Oh, you're double duty.
I am double duty.
He does a lot of double duty.
Yeah.
I like
Or
you've seen my film work too, so that's awkward.
Are we allowed to ask you what song you're singing?
No.
Okay.
But I will tell you, it's an incredible lineup tonight at 9 at the Crown. Jonathan Hawkins, Brendan Contreras, and Fraser Thomas, the two of us, more incredible people. It's going to be so much fun. And I am going to draw upon inspiration from really some of my oldest theatrical inspiration, which happens to line up perfectly with people I've had sex with. That sounds really weird. And then another one also that sort of like was first introduced to me in childhood inspiration, but has become very applicable.
That's vague. That's just vague enough.
Well, big enough to be intriguing.
I know showbiz. leave them wanting more.
I think there's like 15 performers.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
an incredible line.
Yeah, I think it was.
Aren't you fresh off a run in La Cage aux Folles?
Yes, I got to fulfill a 20-year long dream. I got to play Alban in La Cage aux Folles
Oh, great.
this summer at Barrington Stage Company. It was incredible.
And win an award for it, not just do it,
I
but
did.
you can humble brag.
The Berkshire Critics Awards gave me best leading actor in a musical, which was lovely. But it's an honor just to be nominated, of course.
So you might have an opinion on this whole Tony race that I was just talking about.
Oh, were you now? I overheard. So, I last year, this time, or a little fall last year, I was in London with Tina Burner and Scarlet Envy, and Graham Norton took us all to see Nicole Scherzinger in Sunset Boulevard, and we all had an experience. And before we knew anything about the climate of what this Tony season was going to be, I said, it's going to come to New York, and she's going to win every single award, because it was an electric performance. And then the sort of announcements of the current Tony season happened. And, I was like, oh, it's going to be what they call a bloodbath.
I know.
Speaking of Nicole drenched in blood.
Yeah.
But we'll see if she can come back from Red Hat Suicide. I don't know.
Red Hot Suicide.
Red Hat Suicide.
She made their career.
You don't know what I'm talking
Yes.
about?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, we're going to talk about a red
Yeah.
hat later, but
Yeah.
we'll see if people remember or forget Dear Nicole's mistake when it comes to
Oh, Red Hat Suicide.
Yes.
Yeah.
The tanker.
I mean, we'll see. I am not a fortune teller.
I am.
But I have.
Your 100% accuracy rate.
I have since seen Sunset again in New York. I heard you talking about the production. So I just want to say, the moment of realization I had last year when Tina and Scarlett and Graham and I saw it in London was like, oh my God, I was here in London 30 years ago when Patti LuPone was starring in Sunset Boulevard. So I saw Patti before she was let go. And I saw it with the staircase and all the fanfare.
Yeah.
And
Did you love Patti in it?
Of course. So here's the thing about OG Sunset. Patti gave you the vocals and plenty of drama. Glenn gave you all the drama, but Betty Buckley gave you both.
Mm-hmm.
For me, Betty Buckley is like the ultimate classic Norma Desmond. And I will die on that hill, but I know I'm not alone. There are others of you who agree. But when I saw the stills for this production that's running now in New York, I was like, how can you tell Sunset Boulevard without all the fanfare? And I heard you say that you missed it. I actually think you can. I think you can tell the story. For me, what was so great about this production was the introduction. I'm going to spoil this if you haven't seen it. There's been this new trend in musical revivals of using cameras on stage, close-ups that are projected. And in other productions I've seen it used, and I'm like, why are we doing that? In Sunset Boulevard, it's the missing character.
Because it's all about
there. Because it's about this.
You're right.
And so when you get these close-ups of Nicole,
she is mugging.
it's the missing character from Sunset Boulevard. So I actually think this telling is pretty effective. But I've also seen Gypsy. I saw it in previews. And I think, so I saw Bernadette, I saw Patti, and now I've seen Audra. And I'm going out on a limb. I think this is my favorite Rose of the three. Because, and Jesse Green and I, we see eye to eye on this. I said after I saw it, it's the most psychological portrayal of Rose that I've seen so far. And Jesse Green in his review said she does a psychological striptease. And it's true. You really do see the layers of the onion peeled back. And And for me, it's the most exposed Rose I've seen yet. So snaps, and to Joy Woods, who's really giving some fresh perspective on Louise too.
I didn't see Joy Woods. I saw an understudy, but I did get to see Audra.
They've all been so sick. It's the Broadway community is like sick. So everybody be very gracious when you go to Broadway and see people maybe with a scratchy throat, or if you see a cover.
They actually didn't perform on Monday night. They added a Monday show because the Christmas Gypsy did not happen at all on Monday because everybody was sick.
Everybody was sick. But we are not sick in Provincetown.
No.
For what is
Full
it?
vocals.
All the men that I fucked
all
before.
To all the men I fucked before.
To all the men I fucked before. Nobody is sick tonight.
No.
We've got some of Broadway and P-Town's finest.
Absolutely.
And then, do I get to talk about tomorrow?
Absolutely.
So tomorrow night we're at Town Hall for the New Year's Follies, and it'll be some of your same favorites from tonight, and then my friends Alicia Humphris and John Riddle are joining us, also Broadway stars. It's going to be really festive, and of course Lance Horn, the incredible Lance Horn, is at the helm of both of these nights.
And we don't get to know what you're singing tomorrow either.
No, what? Why are you acting brand new? I'm not going to tell these people what I'm singing.
Bob,
you have to come.
I'm in the show tomorrow. I'm not in the show tonight.
Well, come.
That's why I want to know what you're singing tomorrow. I don't know what I'm singing tomorrow.
Are you singing or are you emceeing?
Both.
Oh.
Wow.
Everybody's doing double duty.
Lots and lots of double duty. You guys, if you haven't bought your tickets yet, only at thecrown.com, right?
Yep.
Yes. Great.
Yeah.
Are you going to be there?
Tomorrow? Yeah. Yeah, I'll be there tonight too. You guys have a relationship though. You guys known each other.
Oh, what? Yeah. Like we said earlier, to elementary school, like 13 years ago. No, Alexis and I are good friends from New York, and it's just wild that we're singing in the same show tonight, and we wound up on the same morning show this morning. And
I think like Provincetown is indicative of the tiny gay world we live in.
Absolutely.
You know, it all comes back around. It's small communities that converge. I mean, I was last in P-Town for Spooky Bear. I've got my Spooky Bear shirt. I love this one because I was like, say it without saying it. You know, it is what it is. But Tina Bernard brought Scarlet Envy and I to Spooky Bear for Witch Perfect, which was the most beautiful way to close out our annual Halloween tour. This was our third year doing it, and look for us next Spooky Bear, Provincetown. We will be back with Witch Perfect, and yeah, we're looking forward to our biggest yet fourth year with Witch Perfect.
Is that your favorite time of year to come now?
I like coming at all times of year. But no, I really did. I did like Spooky Bear in Provincetown. I was like, it's not overwhelming, but it's still enough.
There's always a silver daddy and a hot cookie somewhere in Provincetown, especially at Spooky Bear.
Oh my God. Well, you guys, thank you so much for getting up early and being here with us today.
Thank you for having us.
And we'll see you tonight and tomorrow too.
Yeah. Excited.
Good to see what you can do.
Excellent. And now we have the roundup with our friend Sam. Check this out.
Good morning, everyone. Happy holidays and welcome to the Wake Up Weekly Roundup with me, Sam Sewell, from the week of December 27th through January 2nd. Can you believe that we're going to go into 2025 this week? Wow. But first, we are going to get all of your First Light happenings over at ptown.org. Everything going on all this week. You can check out their calendar. There's lots to do, so many parties, so go check them out. And still going on, we have the holiday market happening at the canteen, happening through New Year's Eve weekend, so go check them out before they close up. Also today, there is a Yuletime Dine and Drag with Scarlett Strauss starting at 5 p.m. over at the Brew House, so go in and give them a shout. Then on Saturday, the markets still continue over at the Crown and Anchor, where they have their holiday market at the Crown going on Saturdays and Sundays from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Also today, Salty Market's Ramen Pop-Up is starting for the season. It'll open at 2 p.m. and go to 7 p.m. I would highly recommend ordering, but also going and hanging out there is a really good time too. Saturday also brings us the New Year's Follies going on at Town Hall at 8 p.m. That lineup is sick. Go get your tickets now for the New Year's Follies. Then on Sunday, the Gifford House presents Trish on Trish First Light Bingo starting at 8 p.m. Get your daubers ready because that is certainly going to be a good time. And if you haven't gotten Wicked out of your system, Tom Yaz is holding a Show Tune Sundays Wicked sing-along at the Crown, and I hear some special guests are going to be showing up. This will be at 9 p.m. Monday brings us the last Cody play of 2024. It's at 7 p.m. with a $10 suggested donations. Keep your thespian love alive with some Cody plays, and if you haven't seen it, this is one thing to definitely check out. Later that night, you can party like it's 1999 over at the Wave Bar with Boomer Banks, so get in on that. Then on Tuesday, Happy New Year's Eve. We have Ball Drop Bingo over at the Crown and Anchor at 3 p.m. with Mackenzie and Austin. And later on at dusk, the New Year's Eve fireworks at McMillan Pier are happening, so get your parking spaces early. Also at 4:30 p.m. there is a light bright bike ride. You can check out more information on that at ptown.org. But light up your bike, ride down Commercial Street, and celebrate the new year. And later that night, if you're looking for somewhere to go to party, I highly recommend checking out the Underground, where I will be DJing, and there's a complimentary champagne toast at midnight. Also, there's a Jamaican New Year's Eve party at the Pilgrim House with no cover. That's starting at 9 p.m. with a champagne toast as well. Wednesday, happy 2025. You can celebrate by jumping into the water with the Polar Bear Plunge. The registration opens at 11 a.m. and the plunge is at noon. So get your registration early and support the Polar Bear Plunge. Happy New Year. Upcoming, RuPaul's Drag Race is back with Mackenzie and Austin over at the Crown and Anchor. After last year's season, it's sure to be a good one. I cannot wait to see what they have in store. As always, if you have anything you'd like to promote, please feel free to email me at samsoularts@gmail.com. Happy New Year. Stay safe out there. Have fun. And I hope the New Year's blesses you with opportunities, abundance, and so much love. Take care.
Thank you, Sam, for that roundup. And now, please welcome Carmen de Silva.
Carmen, welcome back. How are you?
Great. How are you guys? Happy
Good.
post-holiday, pre-New Year's.
Yeah,
Happy New
happy
Year's.
holidays. First light.
Yes.
Exactly. It's
What
very
is
exciting.
going on for
All the
First Light with
things.
the PBG?
We're kicking off a gallery stroll event tonight from 4 to 7 at the Pride Center. So this is kind of your last chance to check out all the artists represented at the Commons here in the Pride Center from 4 to 7. That's during your normal gallery stroll. So there's one more of those for this year. Tomorrow is the Town Hall New Year's Follies, which there are a few tickets left, so definitely check that out. I'll be sending out a newsletter right after this with links to all of the things you can get tickets to. Let's see, the events on New Year's Day next Tuesday are going to be pretty jam-packed too. There's a lot of cocktail parties, dinner parties at different restaurants, Ocean 193, Tin Pan Alley. We have bingo over at Crown from 3 to 5. So
On New Year's Day itself.
On New Year's Day. And that will end at 5. And the fireworks are officially stated as being 5 o'clock or dusk. So it might be a little after 5. And then dance parties all over town, including Sam over at the Underground, the Gifford House, everywhere.
So much.
Yeah, and I was reading that this is the lower noise fireworks.
Oh, this is what everybody has been trying to implement for a long time.
So your
there
dogs
is
will be happy.
Yeah, there's noise. Don't think it's just going to be silent, but it is less
More
percussive.
muted.
Yes, yeah. It has to make a sound because it's an explosion, but it's not going to be like.
Oh, we'll be doing our own soundtrack.
Yes, exactly. So get your little thunder shirt from Mr. Wiggles, and just know there will be fireworks that night.
And aside from all of the holiday specific stuff that's going on over the next 6 or 7 days, there's a lot of pop-ups, I understand.
So many. This is the winter of pop-ups.
It really is.
And this is like the kickoff weekend for several of them. You knew about a few.
Yeah, there's Mrs. A's Comfort Kitchen.
Yes.
Mrs. Anderson, you might know as a bartender around town.
Steve Anderson was the second floor of Grand Central all summer in the A House
Favorite
Alley.
steak tips.
Yeah.
So good, right?
Yeah, so she's opening up a pop-up at the Crown and Anchor this week.
Starts tonight at 5.
5 o'clock.
Painted Lady came back last night at
Yes.
Local 186.
Yeah, so you get to see the menu that they have created, which
Love
is
that
different
space.
from the burger menu.
And another fun part of what they do over at Local is Mona's Trivia that happens on Tuesdays all winter.
Yes.
So Mona's going to be back down there too.
I heard they're doing a tiny disco tomorrow in
Really?
Grotto Bar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Once a month.
Dominica has been doing this disco.
Oh, I love a tiny disco.
Exactly. So that's tomorrow.
We also have Mean Burgers doing a pop-up. Where's that?
Oh my God. It is in Wellfleet at, I forget the name of the current restaurant. Just as you're entering Wellfleet on the left-hand side, leaving town.
The Knack?
Not the Knack.
That's
someplace in Wellfleet.
It'll be in the newsletter that you get shortly. But the Friends and Family is tonight and tomorrow, and then they do their big official launch for the winter season on the 31st. It'll be a lunch through dinner, and they have some DJs, Jamaican DJs. It'll be an awesome winter getaway.
There is a Jamaican New Year's Eve party at the Pilgrim House, which I think is cool.
Very cool.
And I hope that our friends in the Jamaican community and those that enjoy the Jamaican community will go check that out on New Year's Eve, because that's like totally different.
Exactly. Also, Salty Market launches their ramen pop-up tomorrow. It's pickup between, or you can dine in from 2 to 7, but he highly encourage you, Liam, to pre-order by phone at noon, because there could be a lot of demand.
There's going to be a lot of demand.
Yeah, because a lot of places have already closed for the season, and then this will be the last sort of weekend where everyone's going to take a little break, or a lot of people will take a break.
Yeah.
Fun fact: they just got approved for their liquor license, so it's not happening. Yeah, it's not happening right away this weekend, but in early 2025, they want to extend this ramen night to be Friday, Saturdays, with full liquor license in Salty.
That's awesome. Great. So like in the Churro Center, there'll be, I don't know if Millen's is staying open.
Unsure.
Into the new year, but then Salty Market would be a great place to go have some food down in Churro.
I have a vague memory that Milan's was closing after the new year for at least a little bit.
Yeah.
That might not be true.
Need a break.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody needs a break. But there are still things here open year round. And January is a great month to be here. So don't not come.
And has your new colleague begun her tenure yet?
Remotely, part-time. She's having her holiday getaway before moving back full-time on the 2nd. And we're going to jump in with one last week with Trevor for some cross-training, which has been really fun. I'm so excited. Rachel's guns blazing, jumping in with both feet. I'm really excited for a lot of conversations and things that we've been working on and planning. So this is going to be a really exciting start to the year.
Yeah, she and I were having a lot of little ideas coming up. Oh my God, the polar bear plunge.
There's also that.
Hello. Let's have Brian. Brian's not on the show. He was on the show last week to talk about that.
And this year we've actually got a lot of folks signed up. You can sign up as team members or groups. So if you're a part of a restaurant, the brewery, Crown and Anchor, Wake Up team, you can have a Wake Up team.
Thank you, no.
Join me and jump in early on the 1st. We also have a new partnership with Polar Water. And Stop and Shop, so they'll have a soup station too.
A soup station from Stop and Shop.
Yeah.
So
you can dive in.
Polar bear plunge?
Get warm.
No.
I did it once, and I got a cold immediately. I was sick that day.
That's
Later that day.
That's not how that happened.
I'm telling you, that is exactly.
It could have been just all that New Year's Eve activities.
No, I'm telling you, the water was so cold that I caught it. I caught the cold. I had a cold.
Yeah, sure.
It happened.
Well, you could fundraise for the Center for Coastal Studies and then just not dive in.
Do that.
Yeah, just send some money.
Just take a T-shirt and say you did it.
Don't let me talk you out of it. If you're coming here to do it, do it.
It's the best cure for a hangover.
There you go.
Jumping in the water is the best cure for a hangover. Anytime I am hungover, I make myself go to the breakwater. And not now.
Really?
No, well, not now.
What do you do for your
in the summer?
hangovers?
I don't drink as much. In the
Oh my God.
No, I'm trying. That is a New Year's.
That's your resolution.
Drinking
Malarkey.
Yeah,
Utter malarkey.
Oh, no.
We'll see.
She's old now. Does not recover as quickly as
I hear you.
in the past.
Oh my
God. Well, that's exciting. It's going to be a big weekend, busy, and it's starting tonight. There's
all the way through the
stuff
1st.
going
When
on.
is Trevor's going away party?
That's a great question. We've been asking him.
We
I
need
know
to send him off in style.
He's at least here through mid-January, but the Polar Plunge is also your last chance to see Trevor at work in his element before stepping down from the PBG. So also come for that.
Yeah, maybe we should shoot him off in the fireworks.
Silently.
We're shooting off Trevor's.
Oh my God, that's enough.
That is. Well,
have a great weekend.
Thank
I know
you,
it's a
you
very busy
too.
one for you. Thank you for making
It'll
some
be
time
great.
to come and talk.
You
to
can
us.
also catch me this weekend at Perry's. I'm doing One Final Trip tomorrow and Sunday.
How'd they talk you into that?
Because I just miss it. I don't know. I want to be part of everything. So come say hi. Both Mac and I will be there all day. we anticipate high sales. So
Yes, you are going to have high
yes.
sales.
Also, so if you want to check out anything that you didn't see, go to the website.
ptown.org/first light.
Yep. And check out everything that's going on this weekend.
And I guess we'll see you guys in 2025.
Oh, God. It's terrifying.
Wild.
I know. It's crazy. We'll be back next week. Harrison will be here. It'll be our last show of the season. Then we'll take our little winter break. We'll have news to announce next week.
We actually have really, really big news next week. Tune in live. I know most of you are watching this after right now. For those of you that do watch it live every week, thank you so much for getting up and having your coffee with us. We want to thank our sponsors, the Provincetown Business Guild, the Provincetown Brewing Company, the Shipwreck at the Brass Key, PTV,
the Crown and
Anchor, the Boat Slip,
Provincetown Tourism.
I think we covered it.
I think we did too. Also, Bob and Harrison did receive your package.
Bob Lowell from
Lowell.
Maine.
Yeah.
We thank you for the Christmas presents. We're going to wait for Harrison to be here to open them on camera with you. Mark wouldn't let me open mine because Harrison's not here.
Well, I think that's only fair, but we wanted you to know that the U.S. Post Office did deliver.
Yes.
Yes. So, awesome. Thank you all for joining us.
Thank you for waking up in Provincetown.
Wherever you are.
And we'll see you next Friday.
Bye, guys.
Good morning, everybody. Wake up.
Wake up, wake up.
In Provincetown.